Hi everyone, welcome to the Frugal Rolls YouTube channel. I'm Nicole.
And I'm John, and we're glad you're here. Thank you for spending some of your day with us. If you're not part of our community yet, hit that red subscribe button to join. It's free and you'll never miss an episode. Today we're answering a question many of you are still asking. Will there be a second stimulus check in time for Christmas? We'll let you know how likely it is that we'll see another $1,200 stimulus payment before the end of the year, and if it does pass, who will qualify. So let's get into it.
Are we going to receive a second stimulus check by Christmas? By New Year's? We really wish we had a concrete answer for you, but we don't. What we do know is that analysts continue to say the chance for a second stimulus check is high. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has shown he wants another stimulus package. In fact, on November 4th, he said he wants an aid deal passed before the end of the year.
Yeah, so that is some encouraging news. However, analysts on Wall Street also think the amount of aid passed will be far smaller than the $2 trillion bill that Democrats have been arguing for. What seems more likely is for Senate Republicans to put forth a $500 billion package proposal that also includes PPP money. Part of what's driving the possibility of a smaller aid bill is an announcement by Pfizer on November 9th saying that its COVID vaccine is 90% effective at preventing coronavirus infections in people who haven't yet contracted the virus. A widespread rollout of the vaccine could help the economy rebound and make the need for a second stimulus check less pressing.
That really would be the best situation for everyone who is waiting to be able to go back to work, to go back safely and start earning their full paychecks again. Unfortunately, even if a vaccine were approved today, it would likely take 6 months for a widespread rollout. And even then, there's no guarantee that enough people would get the vaccine to create widespread immunity. And that's still too long for people without jobs to wait for aid. The need for a second stimulus check remains pressing, in our opinion, even as we make progress on the vaccine front. For now, a second aid package remains very much on the table. So let's talk about what could be in the next coronavirus relief bill. First, and what you probably want to know most, will there be a second $1,200 check? And if so, who will qualify for it? In what has become a rarity these days, Democrats and Republicans agree that a second $1,200 check is something they should fund. While they disagree about nearly everything else in the potential aid bill, they line up on the idea of a second stimulus check.
The first round of stimulus checks provided $1,200 for single taxpayers and up to $2,400 for married couples, as well as $500 for most children. A second round of checks would be based on your adjusted gross income from your 2019 taxes. You can find your AGI on line 8B, as in boy, of the 2019 1040 federal tax form. If the number on that line is $112,500 or less, and your filing is a head of household, you would get the full $1,200. The amount would decrease until you reach $146,500, at which point you would not be eligible. If you are a married couple filing jointly without children and your AGI is below $150,000, you'd get a $2,400 payment. That amount would decrease until you hit $198,000, at which point you would not be eligible for a second stimulus check.
But that's not all. If you have children, you could get a bigger stimulus check. There are two different proposals. Democrats want to give $500 per dependent of any age. Republicans want to keep the same age limit of 16 years or younger, but increase payouts to $1,000 per child. Either way, this could mean a larger second stimulus check for you. Since we have 3 kids, under the Democrats' plan, we would get the same amount as the first stimulus check, $3,900. Under the Republicans' plan, we would get $5,400. What you actually receive will depend on your situation and what plan gets passed.
Exactly. And that gets us back to the politicians. Both parties want to get money into the hands of families who need it most, those struggling to put food on the table and keep the lights on. And if that's you, we want you to know that you are not alone. 1 in 3 American adults are struggling to pay for food and rent right now. It's hard and it hurts, but sometimes knowing you're not alone can help a little bit. What would help even more is continuation of the $600 per week federal unemployment benefits. Democrats are pushing really hard for this, but Republicans are pushing back just as hard. What difference does it make that we have a new president-elect? Does Joe Biden favor a second stimulus check? The answer is yes, he does. However, what else does President-elect Biden want to see included in a second aid package? If no package is passed before he is inaugurated on January 20, this could become an important issue. So let's cover that quickly.
Biden's plan includes more direct stimulus payments, but it doesn't specify how many or for how much, or if any of the qualifications we've already discussed would change. Biden has said he wants to include more unemployment benefits, but not how much or for how long. Now, the CARES Act included a weekly payment of $600 that really helped families until it expired at the end of July. President Trump authorized a smaller payment of $300 per week for 6 weeks. Now that money is gone too. Only a new stimulus package would provide more funds. Biden's plan does call for an extra $200 to be added to monthly Social Security payments, so that would be a help for older retired individuals, but we just don't know about anyone else.
That's exactly right, Nicole. But what about other key provisions of the CARES Act, like student loan forgiveness and PPP funds for small businesses? Biden's plan proposes a student loan forgiveness of a minimum of $10,000. He also wants more PPP money for small businesses, emergency sick leave for everyone who needs it, aid for states, and free COVID-19 testing, treatment, and vaccines for every American.
Like so much else in life this year, we just don't know what's down the road. If you are unemployed and you need cash now, there are some steps you can take while we wait on Washington to pass another aid package. Delivery app gigs like DoorDash and Postmates are a great way to earn extra income. And we have a video on the best delivery service jobs to make money, so please watch that.
If you need money right now to make ends meet but don't have a car and need ideas of things you can do to make some extra cash from home, watch our video on ways to make money from home during COVID. We will update you as soon as we know something more on the stimulus check front. Until then, be safe and be well.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what questions you have in the comments below and update us on how you're making ends meet right now. If you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button so you can be notified of our new content, and we'll see you in our next video.